Greetings, folks. My name is Bob, and I make videos on YouTube that I essentially want to see myself. Whether that's a review or a tutorial, or just solving some sort of problem that I've been looking for a solution on, that is what really kicked off this channel. And I've been doing this for a little bit over 3 years. And the video that I'm making right now is the one that I wish I would have seen just over 3 years ago, because it would have given me an honest insight as to what I can expect for ad revenue when it comes to making YouTube videos. And I know a lot of you are thinking, well, you should just be doing it for free because it's the kindness of your heart and blah, blah, blah. You know, it doesn't really work that way. You know, when you're a teenager or something and you could probably pull that off, but when you get into your 30s and 40s, and I have friends that are in their 50s, I mean, you have to be able to put, time equals money. What's this stuff worth? Doesn't cost you anything but some of your time, right? It's not like you have to pay or put a nickel in a slot machine in order to watch 5 minutes of my video. It's all free. And so we have something called Google AdSense, which there is now, ad revenue that will come in from all sorts of sponsorships, whether it's Coca-Cola or whatever pops up. We are at the mercy of YouTube on that. And let's just sort of go through how this has worked for me over the last 3 years. So starting off, the first 11 to 12 months from the early 2017 to just right before, I believe this was the day before Thanksgiving in 2017, I finally hit 1,000 subscribers. And it was at this point that I could now qualify for what's called Google AdSense, in which now I can monetize these videos. Depending on the length of the video, there can be one commercial, typically with skippable ads. And if the video's over 10 minutes long, something I learned much later, then of course you could put multiple ads in there. Not a game I typically play. If the video runs over 10 minutes, then it just honestly ran over 10 minutes. And a lot of times if I can edit these videos down to be much shorter, I do so because I'm annoyed by it, right? I watch my own content back and I try to slim it down to be as productive and just have it make as much sense as possible. So at the end of 2017, great. I'm at 1,000 subscribers. I could finally monetize the video. Well, that does not open the floodgates and all of a sudden just money starts raining down. It wasn't until the end of 2018 to where I was finally making about $150 a month. But at this point, we're nearly 2 years into my channel and I've already spent $25,000 of my own money, whether that's on lighting, several microphones, all of the laptops that I had purchased for review. Now granted, I would buy those, review them, and sell them, but always at a loss. All of the thermal pastes, all of the panels that I had bought to upgrade a 60 hertz laptop to 120 hertz, right? These are all things that I was doing heavily on my dime. And it was around this point where people were telling me, Bob, you need to get affiliation with Amazon. And I knew nothing about that. I have seen other channels talk about Amazon affiliate links linked in the description below, but I never really, gave it any time or thought. And it wasn't until you guys, the subscribers, that had kept pushing that. And finally, I'm like, all right, fine, I'll look into it. So I became an Amazon affiliate once I learned about it, right? Giving you the short version of that. And that didn't really do too much in the beginning. I think I went like 6 months and really didn't make more than a couple of bucks. And then once some of the big laptops came out, let's say the Mag 15 from late last year, maybe around October, was when that started to pick up a little bit. People were buying through Amazon affiliate. So we've got Google AdSense and Amazon affiliate. Those are the two main ways that Bob of All Trades makes money. And there's two more, but I really want to focus on the Amazon affiliate. I think this is very, very important. So it has to do with the integrity of the channel, right? I can go out there and just post a bunch of garbage, post as Amazon affiliate links, and then have you guys buy it. But if you return those items, two things happen. One, my integrity is compromised. I don't want to do that. I don't even think like that, right? So that does not work for me. Two, when you purchase through an Amazon affiliate link, money does not immediately fall into the account. We will see on some sort of like spreadsheet that we will get as an Amazon affiliate that will show how much money was made per any given day. A lot of times that's zero, sometimes it could be 83 cents, but if I sell a laptop for, let's say, $1,500, and that's how much you bought it for, I may make, $32 to $36. But it has to go through an extended period of time before that money actually will hit my account, and that will be on the 28th of the month. But if you bought a laptop today, and today is, I believe, the 19th of March, then I would not get paid on that particular purchase until either the 28th of the next month or the following month. In other words, you have to be satisfied with the product and had not returned it. And then upon that following month, if everything is all good, the 28th of that particular month, I would be paid on it as long as the item was not returned. In other words, rest assured that people are not going to be spamming a bunch of garbage trying to make a quick buck, because that is impossible. That is already set up from the start. That cannot be done. So whether it's my channel or anyone else's out there, know that if you're purchasing through an Amazon affiliate, that is a nice convenience for you, and it also helps the content creator make some money. They do not artificially inflate the price to compensate for that. That is just a way of Amazon getting very low cost advertising, and that's very smart for them, and it does help us out. Okay, so that is probably a good way for me to make some money on the channel. Last month I made like $82, okay, and we're at this point now where Bob of All Trades by the end of 2019, early 2020, makes Google AdSense money on average just under $400 a month. Now, let me have you wrap your head around something here. The Max 15 from Electronics, this the most powerful gaming laptop for 3.8 pounds, power to weight ratio champ. This thing is awesome, right? That review, after 28 days of being live on the channel, made $6.28. And there was a lot of nights where I stayed up till 3 a.m. and I worked very hard to make sure that that was out to you guys, because I felt like it was important that you saw it. It was really awesome. Now, this isn't your fault or really anyone's fault that this only made $6.28. In fact, it's doing much worse now because it's been over 28 days. And if you look over the last 28 days that that video has been live, I think it's made like $5 and change now. So the ad revenue here is not that good, especially on a channel like mine. And it's just one of those things where I'm going to have to get larger, right? And YouTube's not going to promote a small channel like mine with 26,000 subscribers because I don't make them a lot of money. So what's in it for them to promote my channel? You see, so small channels like mine just are in this stalling plateau zone where my channel could literally make like $350 a month for the next year or two. And it could take me 20 years to get to what somebody like, Dave 2D is, or Jared's Tech. That will probably take me 5 years to get to where he's at now. It's just a very, very slow, grindy process. Now, what about like HID Evolution? I put 60 hours into the LGA SmackDown. That was a lot of fun, and that has been live for 61 days now, and it has in total made less than $20 of ad revenue. So now you've got to be thinking, well, who cares? You're obviously paid under the table or somehow behind closed doors from HID Evolution or Gigabyte, also another company I'll get review units from, Electronics, another company I get review units from, now HP, another company I get review units from as of the last one. Do they pay me under the table? Absolutely not. 100% no. Be kind of nice if they did, because that would really help offset the amount of work that I put into it, because I made more money as a paperboy in the 6th grade than I do on YouTube, but that doesn't happen. It would be a little unethical if it did, right? So there's no underlying income coming in for them. All right, well, Bob, what about the laptops? You get to keep the laptops, right? Absolutely not. HID Evolution and HP request to get their laptops back quickly. I'm not too sure what HID Evolution does with theirs, if they sell them as refurbished. It's my understanding that HP actually sends theirs in to get dismantled and put into other laptops out there. Very interesting, sort of a shame, but just a unique way of them doing things. At one point, I heard that the review units that get sent back to Gigabyte oftentimes get pushed off to their employees. I'm sure many other things happen with these laptops within these companies. These are just things that I have heard. And as far as electronics, I'm not really too sure what they do with theirs. And I'm sure if I get any updates on what happens with these machines, because a lot of these companies will likely watch this video, then I will of course edit the description and let you guys know what I hear from them. So just to keep everything as transparent as possible. But I make no money from any of these companies that send me laptops from their pocket. Now what about affiliate links? Let's say, okay, perfect example here. HID Evolution, I get no affiliation with. What about electronics? Okay, the Mag15U. The CEO offered a $400 off coupon, and I think the coupon code was BOAT for Bob of All Trades, and that allowed you guys during some sale that they had, maybe it was Cyber Monday. For that week, it was like $400 off. That was something that he offered for me to offer to you. I got 0 cents for doing any of that stuff. And it's my understanding that you guys did use the code and laptops did sell, and this was something that you purchased on their website. That was just really nice for me to kind of offer to you, but in return, there was 0 kickback for that. I wasn't asking for kickback either. I just want to be clear. You would think, and I would think too, that if I saw that, well then clearly Bob's probably making $50 or $100, and that's just the way it works. That's not how it works at all. I get 0 money from any of these companies. We do not get to keep the laptops. Literally all the laptops that I have from electronics are boxed up and ready to go back. The HP laptop is gone. The HID laptops have been gone for almost 2 months now. That just does not happen. Like you may think it would, because, you know, in the end, you know, these reviews take a great deal of time. And if you look back and see just how much money a channel like mine is making, it's near insanity for me to carry on and do what I really do and put in a lot of time. I'm gonna have future videos talking about just what kind of effort I have put into a lot of things that you guys have no idea about to make these laptops the way they currently are today. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to be very exciting. So we've got Google AdSense, where I make just under $400 a month right now. Amazon affiliate, it's really flaky. Some months it's 80 something dollars. Some months it might be 200. Some months it's essentially 0. Now, HP is a little bit different. They have their own affiliate program. I don't know how that pays out. I've only had 1 laptop that I've used for their affiliate program. And once again, I know for a fact that I would not be paid out on this until several months down the road, just like Amazon affiliate. This ensures the integrity of the content, because if you return something for me, false advertising, there's no way you're going to come back. So that hurts my channel, hurts my bottom end. And once again, if you buy something, I don't just automatically get a credit to my checking account. This takes a long time before it falls in, and it has to do with customer satisfaction. If you have returned the item, nothing happens to me as far as making income. So this is a very important thing that you need to do to realize as we strategize trying to make income on YouTube. Almost by default, it's set up, at least for people like me, to hold a pretty high level of integrity. At least that's the way I see it. So we've got Google AdSense. That took about a year for me to be able to apply for that, and very little money comes from that. We're about, I think, $357 for this month is what it's set up to be like, according to my analytics, and that's usually very close, within a couple dollars of being right. And that will fall into the account the 21st of every month, and then the 28th of every month from Amazon affiliate. So we've got Google AdSense, Amazon affiliate. The total right now might make around $460, you know, this month. And then HP affiliate, I don't expect to see any income from them for months and months down the road. That's if anything sold on that laptop, given the certain circumstances globally. Not a whole lot is moving right now anyway. And so there's 3, and the 4th one being Patreon. I was just nearly harassed by the subscribers in a very, very pleasant way. Bob, you need to get Patreon. I want to donate. You need to get Patreon. I feel scuzzy having a Patreon account. Oh, donate to me because I don't make any money. It just looks bad. I don't feel good about it. But after about 200 requests, I finally did it. You could look back at all of my videos, and I bet you will find less than 10 where I put a Patreon link, and it is jammed all the way down at the bottom of the description. And I don't think I've ever even spoken about it until right now. And I would very much like to just not talk about it again because I don't like it. It makes me feel icky. Please donate to me because I need money because we don't make anything on YouTube. Well, that just feels wrong, man. I don't like the way that makes me feel, right? So Google AdSense, Amazon affiliate might make, let's say, $500 in a month. HP affiliate, don't know yet. Don't know what that's going to be like. Patreon, I don't know, maybe $15 a month or something like that. I think that's where it's at. Yeah. So review units, I get review units from Gigabyte, Electronics, HID Evolution, and HP. As much as you guys would like to see other things from perhaps Dell, HID is pretty much my blessing here when it comes to just getting a variety of machines. And there's only a handful of YouTubers that review from HID, and there's a reason for that. There's only a handful of YouTubers that actually understands liquid metal, that understands modding, that would actually be just a legitimate gamer and a tech enthusiast, and not just some used car salesman that read the brochure and tries to sell you a car like most of these big channels are. Hate to say it, but it's the absolute truth. And so as a result, I went after HID. They are on the forums, hook me up. And then Steven from Owner Disown put my name out to them as well. And when they Google searched my name, they found Bob of All Trades, some company that builds decks or something in Seattle. Well, that's clearly not me. I live in the tri-state, in the Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana area. So that's not me. And we finally were able to put something together, and I was super happy to review their laptops because they're if I could have my own brick and mortar place that would do, liquid metal mods and panel mods and bottom of the deck mods to get more airflow, I dig that stuff, man. I've got a whole box of goodies with foam pads and Kapton tape and just all this Kapton tape, whatever, that tape that you put around liquid metal, tongue twister today. I'm an enthusiast, man. I like doing that stuff. I like replacing panels. That is something that I passionately like way before I made a YouTube channel. So, and a lot of my content previously was like that, especially when I was buying my own laptops for review. But as you can see, if I spent $25,000 in the first 20 to 22 months of my YouTube career, you can clearly tell that I made way less than that, and I'm still trying to dig myself out of the hole. Granted, a lot of those machines I was able to sell, but none of which I was able to make a profit on, and why should I be able to? It's technically a used machine. So we're definitely getting to the point where we're kind of starting to break even, but then you have to factor in the time. There's been a lot of time put into this channel, and time is money. So, with that said, what it comes down to is, as a tech channel, in a sea of other tech channels, I have spent a lot of money on trying to improve the quality, the lighting, everything. I don't own a camera. Notice that you've never seen me with my cell phone in the background because I'm filming with it. That's just the way it's been. And I do the best I can with what little I have, but at the end of the day, there's just not as much coming in income-wise, and as a result, it's really hard for me to just continue to make videos all of the time because it is very expensive to do so, especially on a time level. And yeah, I could ramble on for a long time, but in other words, it's not all peaches and cream, right? You spend a lot of money, you make very little money, you hope and pray that you make it big, but after 3 years, 26,000 subscribers looks great to those of you that aspire to do what it is that I do. But if you realize and look at all the trials and tribulations and all the efforts and time and money and sacrifice put into it, if I would have known everything that I know now 3.5 years ago, there's no way I would have done this. Because I would have laid it out for my wife and she would have looked at me like, you out of your damn mind? Don't even think about doing this. I'm like, I'm not. I thought this was going to be great. You know, ultimately I would love to be a YouTuber and just sit in front of these great devices offering solutions to other companies, how to make their laptops better, review products for the good and the bad, offer solutions to the bad so those that do decide to purchase laptop X, they have ways to cope with its cons while embracing its pros. And that's what I like to do. I really do. And after 3 years, I honestly thought that I would be clearly on my way to doing this full time. And while I do put full-time time into it, I make 6th grade paperboy money. So just a heads up to those out there that were curious on how this works for me and how this may work for them, just a heads up. All right, folks, that's going to do it. More unique content to come. We're going to be talking about things and doing things that I have not spoke of ever before. And I think you're really going to appreciate this because I'm going to be as transparent, as honest as I possibly can. So that's going to do it. I'm Bob of All Trades. Slap that like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.